Just a few weeks ago, I released a phenomenon to the world. This was a total world exclusive and it has blown up. Today, I have another bomb for you guys. This is the 11 Tortoise. Now, it's a 9-degree or a 7-degree fairway wood, depending what you guys want. We went down to Hereford, got fitted for this club. This is the first one in the world. As you can see, this is actually a pre-production model where we haven't even painted it or anything. It looks very much like a Top Golf club, Chris, doesn't it?
Yes.
But these have sold like hotcakes on the pre-orders. So if anyone wants to check them out, I will link it below, because I think this could be the answer for so many golfers who do struggle with driver or just generic tee shots. 7-degree, 9-degree, what would you go with? And actually the first model that I tried over with Nick was a very heavy, stiff shaft. Now, luckily enough, in the fitting, you'll see that we actually went for something a little bit different. So we'll clip to and from the fitting in this video. We'll also clip to the madman himself, Nick, who designed and built this club, because it's not every day you get to see something like this. And I honestly think, looking at the numbers I've seen with it, it's making me a better golfer, and it could also make you guys better golfers as well. How about that for a shot? That is outrageous with the first shot of the day. Guys, let's jump into fitting. Let's see just exactly what we tweaked with this. Will I go 7-degree? Will we go 9-degree? And why doesn't it have an adjustable hosel? You'll find out in this video. Piercing that, isn't it? When it comes to the 7 or the 9, what are you thinking for people here? Are you thinking 7... maybe in a shorter shaft, just to have that element of control? Or do you just see it as what ball flight do you want?
They're probably both going to be 43 inch, which is 3 wood length.
Yeah.
It's just kind of what window are they in?
Yeah. That feels incredible now. I love that ball flight as well. It's like that, isn't it? I do like the lighter shaft. Yeah. I don't feel like I know I'm perspiring quite heavily, but I don't feel like I'm working as hard with this. And I'm really pleased we've come back for the fitting, because it shows we can do it consistently. I love that ball flight, you know, because that's a bad one. But if that's off the tee and it's a bad one, that's just going to run forever, isn't it? Mm-hmm. And the key here is, it's going to be a club for off the tee, but it's going to be a club you want to keep in play, isn't it?
100%, yeah.
This almost confirms what I was hoping, though, because it's okay to have like a purple patch day, isn't it, with a club, and then order it, but to come and not have your A game and it still work like it's working. Just looking out there like 250. Now that's up there with the ones we were getting last time, isn't it? 270, they're my driving numbers. All we've done there is move it back. Chris has told me to move it back in the stands.
Yeah, 24 spin. Yeah, if you got that to say 12 launch, that would be probably like a 290.
And that's where with the 9 head, I'd just be having the 9 head, wouldn't I?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
That's nearly a draw. Chris, you've absolutely transformed me. Yes! I don't need a driver.
So there you go, 24 spin, 11 launch, that is driver numbers, and it's gone 270, so it's perfect.
So when it comes to it, guys, yes, it has just got freezing, so I'll put my jacket on again. When it comes to it, how much do you want to spend on a club for off the tee? Be it a driver, be it one of these new low lofted fairway woods, be it a driving iron, even a mini driver? Because if I told you you'd have change from £200 with one of these, you wouldn't quite believe it, would you? And that's exactly why when I was kind of quizzing Nick about why it doesn't have adjustability would make this one of the best golf clubs I've ever seen. It was like, first of all, you don't need adjustability because there's 2 loft options. And second of all, I'll let him tell you because he tells it a lot better than I do. Right, so Nick, these fairway woods, as you can see, we're going to have them in 7-degree and 9-degree, as you said. So that's going to be available for fitting and, of course, for order. Looking at the different heads, who would you think wants to go for the 7? Who do you think wants to go for the 9? And as you can see here, so the fairway woods that are coming, that we did the video on, are going to have those movable weights in, so you can shift CG around and enhance or decrease MOI and, of course, spin. Yeah. Now, the reason they're not going to be in there, I think, and we haven't discussed this off camera, is because you're going to want that CG back anyway to launch it with the little loft that's on there.
With the loft obviously being so low, they're going to be low spin anyway.
Yeah.
So you don't want even less
Like
spin.
you'd have to launch incredibly high to get that spin down and still get the distance. But like one of the things that I've really enjoyed hitting this again, so you can see you've got the 7 degree here and a 9 degree possible, is I just think I'm so much more accurate with this length shaft. I don't know if this size head makes me concentrate a little bit more, maybe because it's that 3-wood CC, but then obviously the low loft on it means that I'm just going to launch it out there at pretty much driver numbers, just a little bit lower ball speed.
Yeah, to be fair, yeah, I'd say as well, like for people who aren't sure 7 or 9, it's kind of like work out what your 3-wood spin's at.
Yeah.
So for me, like if I'm at 3,500 3-wood,
Yeah.
I need the lowest possible to get down to the 2,500.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're like, because you're quite low spin anyway,
Yeah.
you'd be better off with a 9.
I'm working on the game though. Chris is helping me as well. But interestingly, so we've put the reason we've come back down here is for the fitting of this, and we've stuck with the 7 degree head because with this lighter shafting, so this is the KBS TD, this is a 50. When we tried the original prototype, that was too stiff for me. It was a little bit heavy for me as well. So I think having this lighter shafting means that it can kick a little bit easier for me, deliver a little bit more dynamic loft, even by having the same static loft.
Yeah, 100%, yeah.
Yeah. I tell you what, I've absolutely nailed that, haven't they? Guys, let's get back out on the golf course. Let's put this properly through its paces with this new lighter shafting, and let's see if this could find its way in my bag for 2026. 26. Can you believe we're saying that already?
It's gone fast.
Crazy, crazy. So guys, as you can see, the first tee shot with this club, rather impressive. This is not a short hole by any means, and I'm going to christen this a tee wood. Not a fairway wood, because I don't think realistically you're going to hit this off the fairway. We did prove that you can, but I think you just want like a nice 15, 16, 17 degree fairway. You want 10 more degrees of loft to hit it off the fairway, really. I think this bad boy, I keep looking down at the head cover because I do quite like that as well. It's kind of your ace, isn't it? And one of the real interesting factors with this club is the question, who's it really for? Because I've got friends who've hit this, and I've got friends of friends who've hit this, Mr. Harrison, and I've seen so many golfers almost transform the tee shots with it. A lot of people will go, James, that's a crazy spec. There's no way, if the big brands haven't done it, it shouldn't be done. And if everybody thought that way, the big companies would win, wouldn't they? But look at the little guys. Look at the Davids of the world compared to the Goliaths who've actually, this is getting deep, isn't it? But I believe in this, and I believe in our friend Nick as well. Right, this is one of the hardest tee shots on the golf course. We're going to have a couple of goes at it. Can we be nice and consistent? You'll see if not Bobby actually, because Bobby's prior engaged today, but if Chris brings this in, you'll see how high I've got this teed up. So it's just over the equator, very similar to what I would with a normal fairway wood. I quite like it in this, I want this one. Because in the fitting, when it reminds me of Top Golf. You can see how Top Golf obviously make these very, very cheap, but they were just trying to get the pre-production one to us in time. It's all conforming and passes the tests, but doesn't have the paint job. Now, regards to the 7 degree and the 9 degree, Nick says, well, it kind of, what are you after? Because I lost a bit of difference, a bit of distance, should I say, with the 9 degree, but with this, they're the kind of shots that you can hit. So you can see, I can even launch it nice and high. That was a tiny bit out of the toe, but that's going to help me because that's still a fairway hit, and it's actually spinning still quite low, which we saw in the fitting. See how I've just struck that tiny bit high toe there. Good news is if you sky this, you can't tell because there's no finish on it. Right, I've teed this a bit higher, and I'm actually going to move it back in the stance, which is a crazy thing to think. I'll tell you why in just a second. That's why. That's exactly why. So in the fitting as well, it was a little bit of a lesson as well, and that was thanks to our friend Chris here, because with it having such little loft on it, I was thinking, you know what, move it forward in the stance, that's going to help it launch, equal each other out, we'll get bombs. Now, actually what was happening was I was cutting across it a bit too much because the ball was too far forward. Two things you have to do with this club. You have to get shallow, like our friend Alex Etchers, and you have to get from the inside, like Bobby. So very much like the people we know on this channel. Right, that's 2 out of 2 on the fairway. Can we get another absolute bullet down there? Because I feel like this could be in my bag next year. Chris, that's outrageous, isn't it? So for the people who pre-ordered this, I hope you are very, very excited. We're going to continue this video in just a second. If you haven't pre-ordered one, there might not be any left by now because I think they're absolutely brilliant. And this is exactly why I'm beginning to have a real sweet spot for this club. So this is the slightly higher shot that we hit. You can see a bit of a mud ball because it did go into orbit relative to the other two, and the other two again down this fairway. Now, I said openly this is one of the hardest tee shots on the golf course, and for me it certainly is. So in the summer when the ball's actually running even more, could this be a fantastic option for so many golfers around the world who want that flatter ball flight, even if it's just 2 out of 3 times, a wise man once said. Now, one of the big things that I love about the idea of this club is the options that you're going to be able to get with it. So you can get the 7 degree, you can get the 9 degree. I personally found that the best option for me is the 7 degree, making sure I get my sternum back, get that left shoulder up, and allow that club path to, like we said, try and come more from the inside. So this is quite a difficult driving hole again here at Lindrick. We'll tee up a little bit higher, and I'm working towards trying to get that little bit of a draw, that little bit of a low spin turning over one, because I feel like I'm so accurate with this that it just helps first keep the ball in play, but then we've seen some of the numbers I can get which are pretty outrageous. Make sure the setup's correct, and you can see some of the shots that we're able to really take the corner on this 13th hole. Now, ideally, I feel like I can launch that a touch higher, let this lighter, softer shaft really do the work and kick for me. So dynamically, that's the kind of shot we're going to get, and you can see just how good that's launching, and it's turning over like I'd want it to. We'll let the car go past. We don't want to send one straight through the window. Not of a nice free. Is it a Freelander, that, Chris? A Discovery, that one. They're about to discover a Titleist Pro V1 through the window. And then if I don't want to take the corner on and I want to send one and be a bit safer, we have the option to play that shot as well. So straight down the middle, and that's going to run forever and ever and ever. Guys, if you've enjoyed that video, smash that subscribe button below. You will be able to see a pre-order link for this in the description below if you'd like to. But apart from that, we'll see you all at the same time tomorrow. I like the head cover as well. Very nice.